What's going on, everybody? It is Spicy Topics. So this coronavirus spread has everybody going crazy. Well, you got some people that think that, no, we shouldn't fear, we shouldn't be doing anything crazy. We should live our lives as normal. And they continue to interact with others. They don't give themselves distance, and they are irresponsible. My issue with people like this is that you're not thinking about the next person. When you go out and you're going from store to store, you're in close proximity to other people where you should be at least 6 feet away from them according to the CDC. Make sure you keep distance from people. So please be mindful. If you don't have to go out in large groups of people, don't. I hear this all the time with the line of work that I do. I see people constantly doing what they're not supposed to do. And they get mad at the people. They get mad at other people when they were well told what to do and what not to do. Okay? So where we are is our president, along with healthcare officials, national security, people, the administration of retail, all are coming together. Okay, so where we are today is better than where we was last week. They have now put out the test. That test is for you to test if you have symptoms. If you don't have symptoms, they're asking you not to test. I had the opportunity to go on a date with my honey bun to a gun range, and it was fun. I actually thought I would be scared. It was my first time, and I was scared. I was like, oh man, what if I accident, like all types of thoughts came through my head. What if there is a crazy person in here and he opens out shots on everybody? But I actually had the best time at this gun range today. So much so that I actually got me one. So it should be on its way, and I'm glad. But I noticed that they are sold out. We actually went to 2 different stores. They are absolutely selling out of weapons, because I keep joking about it, but in a way I'm not. To me, this is like Purge. Y'all watch the movies Purge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You watch Purge and the devastation and the fear that went through the city. If you didn't see that movie, go watch it, because I think we coming to a purge. And if this ain't that purge moment, it could be where people are under such pressure that they start acting out. So just keep in mind that during this time, say we do get quarantined and you're not working, you're home. What if it got that bad? Not saying it will, but to be prepared is good. So what if it got that bad? Make sure you take precautions, legal precautions, that can provide protection for your family. People will be hungry. People say we can't come out and we are locked in the house. That's not far-fetched. People will be hungry. You may have went to the store in advance, took the precautions you needed to take. You listened and you acted accordingly. But there might be other people that did not go shopping, did not prepare themselves for what could be 2 weeks without work and not being able to leave your home. Italy's still locked down. They can't come outside of their home. So if that were to happen, be prepared for craziness. People will do things, anything, when they're hungry and starving and under pressure. So you have to take precaution for you and your family. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do, y'all. I was shocked that I was heard on, I actually don't watch the show, but I did see a clip of one of the people on the host on that show saying she does not wash her hands when she's home. And I'm like, what is wrong? That's disgusting. You should be washing your hands. She said, well, I'm home. Okay, germs are home. You could be passing germs to your family, who in turn will pass it to somebody else. Then that could be somebody with an immune system issue, and they could get really sick, God forbid, leave the earth. So just that one irresponsibility, which is very nasty. You should always wash your hands. These are basic codes that we were taught in elementary school. Most Americans have went to school, at least elementary school. So this is just you being irresponsible now and lazy. Make sure you take these precautions. Wash your hands. Whether it's a disease infestation, whether whatever, an epidemic or not, make sure you do that, because that is basic hygiene. Wash your hands with soap and water, and warm to hot, sizzling. Please kill the germs and make sure that you dry your hands. That's the next part. You know, diseases, they can in those bacteria, things like that, they live in moisture. So you gotta dry your hands. Make sure your hands are dry. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and conclude the video by going over and giving you some facts about this coronavirus breakout. Okay? Cool. How did this coronavirus spread to humans? COVID-19 appeared in Wuhan, a city in China, in December 2019. Although health officials are still tracing the exact source of this new coronavirus, early hypotheses thought it may be linked to a seafood market in Wuhan, China. Some people who visited the market developed viral pneumonia caused by the new coronavirus. A study that came out on January 25th, 2020 notes that the individual with the first reported case became ill on December 1st, 2019 and had no link to the seafood market. Investigations are ongoing as to how this virus originated and spread. Alright, so my thing is this. They eat a lot of stuff. They eat all kind of things. If you Google like the different places all around the world and all around the countries, you'll see the things they eat should not be eaten. Maggots, for example, like things that was never designed to be eaten. So it's a lot of ways to, in my opinion, that virus can get started. Doing things that's forbidden, it's just no good with that. So why do it? I don't understand that. But just for people who may not have known how this whole thing and when we kind of found that it started back December 2019 in Wuhan, China. And I actually recall hearing that in the news, and here it is in the United States as well as Europe and other UK, other countries. What I'm kind of stunned about though is how is the president and the rest of these officials, like, they're not giving direct specific answers to anything at this point. You hear the reporters, if you go watch the update videos, ask questions such as, when can we expect all states to have these tests? I mentioned earlier in the video that they are now out in every state, but there are still, I guess there's apparently still states that don't have the tests. They're supposed to be like different facilities open. They opened it where they had certain, like cross state lines, for example. He did like a passed a law or whatever for this situation that doctors and healthcare officials can treat patients cross state lines, across jurisdictions, and that they were supposed to have tests in I guess like community centers, drive-throughs all over the states. They're still not out everywhere, and the reporters are kind of aggravated if you watch the update when they're getting answers that are not specific. They ask President Trump, can you specifically tell me? And what I notice about all of them, when they answer these questions, they deflect and they start talking about how great this person is, how great that group is. But people want answers at this point. I also heard them talking about how businesses will be closed, but they still don't have specific dates. They don't have specifics. And I do understand it's a process, that this thing is definitely takes a lot of time and preparation. We didn't have that. So that's all I got for this video. Let me know what y'all think about this whole matter in the comments below. Thank you for listening.